Alafia, Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Ashe. May our Ebo reach our room. May our Ebo be accepted. May our Ebo allow what we desire to come to pass. And so we say, Ashe, Asheo. Thank you so much for being a faithful participant, contributor, donator, subscriber to the House of the Divine Prince, Thai Potions, and Hoodoo Central. We are indeed here for you and yours in your endeavors. And today is the day in the ritual calendar of things that we acknowledge spirits of God that show up in divination. I will be sharing with you some of the mysteries and teachings of not only the Fa. In Yoruba, we say Ifa, I-F-A, but in the Fan or in the Ewe or in Togoland, Benin, we just say Fa. And so I will be sharing some of the mysteries and teachings of the Fa. You see the signatures behind me on the wall. You see the opele or kapele chain hanging on the wall that is often used to throw on the floor to create and recreate the signs, the letters, if you will, that are on the wall behind me. And you see my personal Ifa shrine, my own hand of Ifa, along with the implements that I have received by way of initiation, study, and training. I also want to introduce to you, and you alone, that we also utilize herbs, roots, plants, what we call ewe in Yoruba, within the act of divination. Not only to cleanse the board, wash and purify the area, we indeed make a concoction of herbs that is then utilized to cleanse the area, cleanse the board, maintain the sacred space that is utilized in divination. But we also use these herbs to feed the spirits, to feed Olo Damare and Olofi, Orunla, Orumila. We use these plants, these herbs, Mojuba, Ibai. We use these plants, these herbs to not only feed spirit and cleanse the area, but also as Ebo, as sacrifice. And indeed, we do partake. Something that is little known outside these spaces. So you can't share this, you can't talk about this, you can't tell people what you're learning in this space. But we do drink, eat, partake of particular combinations of herbs, roots, plants, primarily and solely for the benefit of clarity of head, clarity of mind, developing and maintaining a greater degree of connection to spirit, clarity of Ori, another Yoruba word, Ori, which represents your head, your God self, your goddess self, your higher consciousness. So I am again grateful and honored by your participation in this portion of my sharing, my teaching. Know that today I've posted some information about rosemary, and of course we use rosemary in gree-gree. We use rosemary in cooking and food. We use rosemary to burn and to purge and to smudge an area, a person, a place, or a thing. But we also use rosemary in magic. And rosemary is a very enduring, strong, durable plant. It's a very hardy plant. It can survive in some of the more inclement climates some of you who are viewing this exist in. Of course, it survives well and does really well in New Orleans, in this semi-tropical region that we live in. But rosemary is one of the foundational, I must say, one of the first 5 herbs that you can cultivate and develop right now in your garden for health, for wellness, for prosperity, for magic, for protection, for defense, and to feed the spirits, if you will. So rosemary. I also drank a concoction of sage. Sage was mixed into my drink, into my tea. I also will partake of sweet basil. Sweet basil is very popular, so I'm always looking for spiders when I pick up my sweet basil plants. Spiders and other visitors. And you must be very careful with the consumption of rosemary. Rosemary is in the mint family, if you did not know that. But it does have some very strong elements to it, almost like menthol, almost like pine. So be careful about the amount of rosemary you attempt to drink. By all means, do your research, do your homework, do your research again, know the plants, be clear about the identity of the plants, be clear about the usage and application of the plants, and of course, keep coming back because I'm going to continue to share, I'm going to continue to reveal secrets and mysteries of how plants, herbs, roots, bark, vegetation are utilized in all manner of healing, but also magic in the realm of African traditional religious systems. All is truly and indeed a blessing. Respect the voodoo. Aibobo, respect the voodoo. Hallelujah, respect the voodoo. Alafia, respect the voodoo. All is truly and indeed a blessing. Ashe, oh, ashe.